Chapter 3. Welcome back, everyone. We are continuing the story of Jin Hyuk, whose favorite game turned into reality, and he is using his game knowledge to get super strong as soon as possible. If you haven't watched the previous part, the link is in the description. So let's continue. Ordinary players would only know about the fruits. Those who played the game just a few times would aim for the fruits, and then they would take it. Instead, the perverted, sadistic players who enjoyed the process would know that there was more. The reason was simple. The bigger reward was still yet to come. Finally, the fruits all disappeared, right as the last fruit was consumed. Keek. The tree howled. Since all the fruits had been taken away, everyone who had been there for them began running away in panic. Right, it was dangerous to eat all the fruits. Damn it, it was so long ago that I forgot it. Bail right now. I have died 50 times here. People who realized the seriousness of the situation began to run away. They had to withdraw now. There was no chance a level 1 player without a weapon could defeat this tree. Lee Jong-soo also staggered and got up. "Are you giving up?" Jin Hyuk asked. "Oh, of course. Everyone knows they'll get killed in this place." "Is that so?" "That is sad. The real reward for this event comes when all the fruits get eaten." Lee Jong-soo, who was walking away, went stiff. "Are you telling the truth? If it was a lie, would I be standing here?" Lee Jong-soo turned his head. He had noticed that Jin Hyuk hadn't been too interested in the fruits. Was this the reason? If you assumed that there was a bigger reward, then it made sense. There is no way it is a lie because he is someone who played this game a lot. Ignoring any potential dangers, this chance was too sweet to pass up. "Assuming what you said is true, what are we to do?" "Dig into it." Jin Hyuk pointed at the tree. "If we moved individually, we would be easy targets, so we need to approach it from the sides." "You mean to distract the gaze?" "Exactly that. Keep in mind that if either of us hesitates, our lives will be in danger." Jin Hyuk lowered his body and moved to the right. "Don't worry, I played this game a couple times too." Lee Jong-soo moved to the left, and the two squatted in wait. At that moment, "Now," Jin Hyuk gave the signal. In an instant, the tree moved to Jin Hyuk. But Lee Jong-soo didn't get up. He only showed his white teeth with a smile. "Fucking dumbass. Did you think I would listen to you? Go and be bait for me, and then I will get the treasure." At that, Jin Hyuk thought. Thank God this fucker's character didn't change. If he had done anything out of character, I would have felt so upset. Then, with a roar, Kwang! In an instant, a tree trunk hidden in the fountain jumped up. "Save me!" Lee Jong-soo begged for his life, but Jin Hyuk coldly said, "Why should I?" "If you want to, file a lawsuit with that splendid law firm behind you." "We'll wait." Quack! Quack! Clench! Crunch! The tree trunk crushed Lee Jong-soo with tremendous pressure, and the man who did such vile things died just like that. And I felt no remorse. Looks like even trash can be of help in times like these. Everyone else had already run away. Now I can take it slow. Please hit the like button so more people can enjoy this awesome story, and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Now let's get back to the story. Tak! As most of the tree's branches were now occupied with absorbing nutrients, Jin Hyuk took the chance to leap towards the tree. Of course, swish. Not all of the branches were occupied. With a speed that audibly cut through the air, the tree aimed 2 of its tree trunks toward Jin Hyuk. Of course, if he got caught, he would end up just like Lee Jong-soo, a crushed corpse that served as nothing but a fluid sac. Jin Hyuk tilted his head. It isn't difficult to avoid this. The tree trunks that cut through the air collided with each other. Pop! The wood shattered. 35 degrees to the right, 22 degrees to the left. The exact angles and direction. There was no deviation from what he had experienced many times before in the game. Movements at perfect timing. Instead of hitting him, the tree branches attacking Jin Hyuk penetrated the mangrove tree's main body. Jin Hyuk smiled. That's right. Finding this kind of exact path to make it attack itself was the most difficult thing to do. Goo. The mangrove of greed let out a heavy groan. Why are you acting like you are feeling so much pain when you can barely feel anything to begin with? The tree's bulkiness was a distraction. Anyone who saw it would eventually know that you could just pour oil and set it on fire. Jin Hyuk then grabbed a piece of wood that had fallen on the ground. Why don't I tie you up, and we can quietly pass the time? This was an event-based encounter, so there would be no experience points. At most, you'd have a Day 1 induction into the Hall of Fame. It would be more effective to get what you need than fight to the death. Goo! The mangrove roared again. The meaning behind its roar was impossible to know, but it clearly didn't like what was happening. It cannot be helped. If that was the case, let's just knock it down. Jin Hyuk used the sharp part of the wood he was holding to point at it. Mangrove Tree of Greed uses the skill Vampire Vine. Wung. Wung. Dozens of the tree's vines moved at the same time. No matter how skillful he was, it would be impossible to avoid all of them. But changing their directions a little, it will be possible. With that thought, Jin Hyuk's eyes narrowed. At the same time, he moved the piece of wood in his hand to match the timing of the vines flying toward him. Kagak! The tree vine that passed by brushed past the stick that was stuck to the ground. Starting with that one. Pwak! The real fight began. While holding the 30-centimeter long wood in his hand. Step. Jin Hyuk walked onward. Kwak 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 kwang. As the distance narrowed, the tree's perceived speed of attack increased. Pwak! It was a tug of war where a single mistake was not allowed. Jin Hyuk countered each of the tree's attacks. The rhythm. I need to write it. You just had to find a unique breathing pattern and adapt to the tree's movement. There was no need to be scared, because he had repeated this too many times. With this, the 3rd chapter ends here. What is going to happen? Will Jin Hyuk get what he wants, or die like a loser? To get all the answers, please like and subscribe to the channel. I will be posting the next part tomorrow.